Hello everybody, welcome back to Wood Technology Part 4 with me, Mr. Fitzpatrick. In our last video we talked about debarking, forest thinning and general practices that are done to get the log to the sawmill. In this video we're going to talk about when the piece of wood gets to the sawmill. So we're going to talk about timber conversion, true and true sawing, tangential sawing and quarter and radial sawing. This is timber conversion, and these are the three main types we're going to study. So what is timber conversion? Generally, timber conversion is just turning your log into planks that we can use. So, from log to plank. Question you have to ask is, where will the wood be used? That will depend on what timber conversion method is used. The strength of the wood needed, and how attractive is the grain pattern. As you can see here, this might look nice and quite plain, but there could be silver grain on it that could make it nice, and this here has got a flame pattern or cathedral pattern that can also make it nice. So there are three main types: true and true sawing, tangential sawing and quarter or radial sawing. With each of these it gets more expensive due to the process of flipping the wood continuously and the amount of waste you get from each process. So true and true sawing is the most basic one. All you're taking is parallel cuts out of the log. You have very little waste and very little manipulation of the log to get these cuts. Here's another sketch of true and true sawing. As you can see, this log goes the whole way across, so you're getting heartwood here and sapwood. We'll talk about that in a minute. So the advantages: low cost, you get the maximum weight from each plank, very little waste, and you get a nice grain pattern here. So this is our flame grain or cathedral grain pattern. Just two pieces of wood stuck together and varnished, and looks quite nice. Our disadvantages are not suitable as structural timber. Planks tend to cup. Cupping is when you have not a straight plank anymore. We're with this circle here of our grain. There's our circle grain going round and round in rings. That tries to straighten out and causes the plank to cup. We'll talk about that in a later video. And the pit may cross multiple planks. So here's the pit in the very center. And this one is in the center plank, but at the end it could be one up or one down. Tangential sawing, you get little waste, you get a nice grain pattern, the same as in true and true. You get strong boards, but this time the heartwood and sapwood are separated. The planks tend to cup because it's very similar to true and true, it's just tangential to the rings, and it's more expensive due to constant flipping during sawing. So as you can see here, this is flipping around. You take off this one, and you take off this one, then you take off this one, and you keep going round and round until you get the log gets smaller and smaller. Finally is quarter sawing, radial sawing. There are three main types. There are probably even more than that. You don't have to worry about each one of them. Here is all you have to really worry about is that your log is split into four, and then this quad here is processed separately. So you can see that this end is taken off, then this one is flipped around, then this one. I will probably show you a video if I was in class. Here we have radial sawing, so it's radials going from the center, it's radius, and rift sawing. Rift sawing basically keeps your grain at 90 degrees all the time, whereas with each of these, you can see the grain here, this is 90 degrees or more or less, but this one here is getting between 60 and 45 degrees, so it's not as strong. The advantages of quarter sawing or radial sawing is you get strong planks, you get a nice grain pattern, so silver grain and flecks, and the planks wear evenly. Here's a picture of silver grain or your flecks. When they're polished up, they can look really nice. You get them a lot with oak. The disadvantages are they can be expensive to produce, as they have to be moved after each cut, and you can get lots of waste. So you can see here, we're only getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planks out of this quad, so 20 altogether, and look at the amount of waste you're having. Here's two questions. Shown in the diagram are two methods of timber conversion. Name the two methods of conversion shown in the diagram. State two advantages and two disadvantages of each conversion. Part 3. The diagrams show the end of two boards, M and N. Which of the boards is most likely to cup? Give a reason to your answer. Describe using neat freehand sketches the direction of the cupping. So is it going to go down this way, or is it going to go up this way? Sorry, this is the one that's going to cup. It's going to go up this way because each one of these curves is going to try and straighten out. State two reasons why tropical rainforests should be conserved, and suggest two approaches that will assist in the conversion of rainforests.